The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good afternoon from TFNN. Welcome to the May 14th. That's right. I'll figure it out. And it is the Turnaround Tuesday, the terrific Tuesday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. How many folks can you share that one with? Hey, hope everyone out there is having a great day. How about we have an extraordinary one? And, of course, the easiest way to do it, it's the only way to do it, is to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make that one little 2x4 shift, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is tossing at us. Today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We're going to go figure out what those bulls and bears, those buyers and sellers, are communicating to you and I just past 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here, but more importantly, I'm here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone, dial on in, 877-927-6648. I know you thought I was going to say something else. Get off. Yeah, no, I'm not going to go there. Hey, look, you can also reach me. If you can't, call in, we get that. We've got you covered. Let those fingers do the walking. You can send me an email, steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question. Of course, in our Tiger's Den, any ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on terrific Tuesday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to Lush Show. Right now, the Dow up 313. That's 1.25 points. S&P's up 35, the same percentage. NDX 100 up 1.5% or 109 points. Russell is up 20 points. So we're mean and green across the board. Spot volatility index right now falling by minus 13.38%. It's trading at 1782, still above the 50-day exponential moving average. Gold's off $5. Silver is flat. Light sweet crude up 81 pennies, leading the charge. The upside booking holdings, that's $32. Amazon up 25. Mercado Libre 19. Chipotle up about 19. Intuitive Surgical or brain salad surgery, that's up 12 buckaroonies. To the downside, it is Coke. Coke is getting smoked. It's down 6%, $25. Credit Acceptance Corp, the old GMAC, off $11. Ralph Lauren down 7. And so there's certainly things to look at. We do have some requests that are out here already. Should we go to them, or should we take a look at what's going on inside the markets? Which one do you want? Okay. Let's go take a look. Let me share with you what is going on inside the markets now, what it is that you can pay attention and watch over the coming hours out here. Now, the place that we'll start, you and I addressed this yesterday. We looked at it and we said, something to think about. What's that? Well, we took a look at the Dow Equity Futures contract, and the one thing that we knew yesterday was that it was forming that TD set up at 9 count. It was doing that while it was testing the hammer support back, I think it was around March I don't remember exactly what day off the top of my head. It was March something, March the 8th out there. Yeah, it would have been close. The March 8th, that was the hammer candle. So it's testing a level of support where bulls previously were doing it with a 9-count pattern. We know that 9-count pattern can form a bottom or top. In this case here, a bottom on days 8, 9, or 10. Days 10, the day following number 9, you've got a bullish reversal candle. As we speak right now, 110. I don't know what the end of the day candle session looks like, but if you do get a bullish reversal candle here, it says you could see price at least, the counter trend rally, take it to 26,101. But we won't stop here. Here's what we must entertain that there's a possible bottom inside the market as well. Well, we don't have to. You don't have to, but I would suggest that you do that out here. Now, we can't stop there because when markets turn, well, they will begin turning on the shorter term time frame charts first. Kind of logical, right? Well, for you and I, it's all about the patterns that are out there. Now, we looked at the Dow. I'm going to switch over and pull over the NQ because the NQ, I believe, is the one. We'll look at each of them. NQ is the one right now that we're looking for the most important message out there. And what is that message? Well, if we take a look at how it made its bottom yesterday, last night, and so subscribers did, I do a end of day report newsletter as well, shows exactly what each of the ETFs have done daily, weekly. Now I've added weekly out there. And if I'm not around in the evening, I don't send it out to early morning. But based on the market behavior that I was looking at last night when I sent it out, it was like, beware that we just have a short-term bottom signal out here. Now, this is the NQ. This is 6:30 at night. You can see as we came into 7 o'clock, you got that bullish reversal candle out there. We had one that showed up, by the way, at 5 p.m. as well, but price was below Stevie's red line. Well, at 7 p.m., price got above Stevie's red line. Now, inside the NQ, about an hour ago, we got to wave number 7. That is letter number G on my system out here. If that high gets taken out, it says that this whole pattern recycles, begins moving higher. That means anything that gets above 74.50 to 75 on the NQ, and we're not that far away from it, says we're headed higher. Higher to where? Well, it's be one of these green horizontal lines out here. The green horizontal line that I'm first looking at was 7:30 in the morning. This was back on May 13th, and that number, write this down, 74.90. Because a close above that says you may have a change in trend underway. Now, we're going to come back and take a look at the high out here from 1:30 in the morning on May 13th, and that was the high of 75.24.50. I think that is a key level there. So there's your range of resistance if price moves above that 7th wave. Well, it just did it. We just watched it live because it just put letter H on my system, and there is no letter H. I mean, there is a letter H, but there's not a letter H when we do this. So here is what Stevie would do in taking a look at the renumbering, so to speak, of those waves to the upside. And by the way, the interesting thing is, and how these things work as breakdown and breakout levels out there. I mean, the more and the more and the more and the more that I see this, it is like, really? Could it really be that easy? Hey, nothing is that easy out here because we got to play the mind games too. But if you take a look at where support fell to this morning at 10 o'clock, right down to that breakout level that began. By the way, that support level began for, it's not all the way down at the bottom here. No, that we looked at. It's the one that began forming at 3:30 this morning that went to those 9 consecutive closes with the close above the bar 4 bars earlier. And that is exactly where price this morning in the NQ found support. So there's where the NQ is headed to. It already gave us the message that we were looking for, which was that it recycled up against wave number 7 out there. Now, in the case of the Dow, what does that mean for the Dow? The Dow itself did not form that price relative strength divergent pattern, that Rhodes momentum indicator signal, and we can see that price right now is taking on its first level of resistance. That's that 25,672 area out here. Watch that. Then the final, just like in the NQ on a 30-minute basis, that comes in at 25,724. Folks, you see it closes above those levels. Prices will continue higher. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
The TAS Profile Scanner is the most revolutionary piece of trading software that you will ever try. Wouldn't you like to approach the markets with confidence? As you begin your trading day, it's likely that you'll be faced with lots of decisions. In order to make the best decision, the first thing you'll need is a strategy that will help you minimize your risks. Whether we're in a bull or bear market, a good strategy is to have the tools needed to help you scan and analyze the markets before you trade. The TAS Profile Scanner instantly scans and filters over 2,500 global financial markets, such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, president of TAS Market Profile, the TAS Profile Scanner understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications, automated trading algorithms, and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. Whether you're looking at the trade matrix, the ETF heat grid, the market breadth, the landscape charts, or the many other features of the TAS Profile Scanner, this is a piece of software that will revolutionize how you look at the markets and set up your trades. The team at TAS has even put together a 12-part video series to walk you through every aspect of the TAS Profile Scanner, which you can find directly on the TAS order page at TFNN.com. Sign up now for only $97 a month with a risk-free 30-day trial, so you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. See for yourself how you can harness the full power of the TAS Profile Scanner by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services section. Remember, with a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to lose. Don't let another day pass you by without trying out this amazing piece of software that will revolutionize how you look at the market and how you place trades. Sign up today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. So late yesterday, I heard from our good friend Kay Rico in Costa Rica, and he was asking about a long-time family holding, Detroit Edison. DTE is the ticker symbol out here. And Kay Rico, everything still seems to really be intact. Recall when we looked at this last time, we were looking at this longer term on a weekly chart, an A to B equals CD pattern to the upside. The B point on this was November 12th. There were 5 million shares. It was taken out with wide price spread and accelerated volume. Kind of accelerated volume. It was 5.1 million shares. Nonetheless, the B point was taken out with volume. Prices trading above the top of a weekly profile. This says 133.97 is the next target to the upside. Something changed on a daily basis. We'll come back to it, but right now that's the meaning. At 1:19 in the afternoon on May the 14th out here, I'm not saying that's where prices are going to stop. In fact, if anything, I would say price would head towards its 1 to 1.272 A to B equals CD pattern 141.24. But we'll take things one step at a time out here. You're above profiles on the daily, above profiles on the weekly. I do not have really any other signals. There was a caution signal we might have talked about right back here where we got that Tommy DeMark setup 9 count, and that was on March 22nd, the 29th. There was a 29th that confirmed that high, but the pullback was just basically, a 1 week pullback, was just really a consolidation type move, and now you are above that high out there. So that is a beautiful thing, Kay Rico. I don't see anything in the charts here to suggest that anything other than sit tight and hold it. So good to hear from you as always. Tim B writes in and says, can we take a look at SAM? SAM is the ticker symbol. Now, most of you probably didn't need me to spell that, but, I did. So Sam is Boston beer. Hey, congratulations to those. What Boston plays tonight? Oh, it was last night was the Sharks and the Blues, St. Louis Blues out there. They starting a game at 9:00 does not really fit in well to my sleeping schedule. Folks, I get up early. That means I go to bed pretty early. That sun is down. Typically, so are my eyelids. But during this time of the year, when it comes to the NHL playoffs, it's my favorite. Other than not March Madness, but the BCS bowls. Those are always great. I like that as a sport. But anyway, the question is here. Get back to it, Steve-O. Could you look at Sam, please, for resistance? So, when you ask a question like this, I ought to open up a beer, a little brewski, don't you think? I don't have a Sam Adams in the house. I'm not really much of a fan of Sam Adams beer because there's so many other better beers out there. But blasphemy, I'm sure. Looking for a possible short trade on beer. All right. Look, Tim, here's where we're at. Well, you're above daily profiles. You're above weekly profiles. You're above monthly profiles. It'll suggest to you and I that this really wants to head higher. It's taken out the old resistance level. This is on a monthly basis. That was the resistance back here in January 2015. Look, Sam Adams is stronger than the market. So you want to short a stock that's stronger than the actual market? Oh, man. Wow. Look, that high out there was 325 even, Steven, back in January. It was volume about 2.4 million shares. We're already at 2.1 million shares. 2.1. It's May 14th. It's taking out a monthly swing point with volume, and you still want to short it. Now, Tim, I'm really just having fun with you. If I do this show and we don't have fun, or I don't have fun, because I'm really talking to myself. Just picture yourself for an hour, just talking to yourself for the most part out there, although you emails and so forth. But, boy, it's going to be tough for me to find you a possible short trade on Sam Adams. You must have some inside information and know that this is somehow going to tank. Now, I don't want to say that you're not going to see a pullback here. That would be silly for me, especially knowing that today is very likely to be or confirm that TD setup 9-count pattern. Now, bar 7 2 days ago, May 11th, was the actual higher high at this stage. I don't see it. Let me just do the wave count. Let's do the 7th inning stretch out here. So that would be coming off of this right here on April 16th. You're in wave number 4. Maybe there's a pullback out here, but I would really caution you to go to the short side on Sam Adams. You're taking out a monthly resistance level with volume on only halfway into the month out there. I think, and I may be wrong, but I think you should look elsewhere for the short trade. So thanks for writing in, Tim. Thanks for letting me have just a bit of fun out there. John F. writes in, he says, sold a couple of May GLW 23 puts. Get out now. I don't know. What is GLW? Is that Corning out there? Just a guess. It is Corning. Okay. How did I know that? Well, I used to be in the glass business. I used to import more crystal from China. Yeah. Let me tell you, the same good that I first started buying, I used to own and operate retail stores in all the major theme parks, Disney World, Disneyland, Epcot, Universal, you name them. And it was a crystal business. And so, and I was buying product from Shot Glass. They're up in Cincinnati, I believe. But the amount of money and the same product, take a little cube, the exact same product, something I was paying, they were charging me $30 for, I was paying like $250 when I imported from China. But in any event out here, the question was, what was the question? You guys, should you get out now of your puts inside of GLW? So let's get back to John's question. Here's the problem so far right now, John. Oh, geez, that didn't work. Let me try this again. GLW out here. And so GLW, here's the daily time frame chart, because we don't have any profiles, John, so to speak of, to look at. Let me just kind of let's do the wave count from the trading session of April 17th. So you can see how that green horizontal line out there, that was the resistance set up by that 9 count. You got to love how price bounces its way back up there, rejects it, and then begins moving lower. You're only in wave number 4, but it looks like today is going to be that TD setup 9 count out here. Notice that there was a high that formed on February 25th. That was the 9 count. Now, price was also moving higher, doing less relative energy out there. But you're likely to get the 9 count right now. This would say to me, John, that price is likely to go tag that red line level of 31.14 or somewhere in that general vicinity. So I don't know what that does to your trade out here. It doesn't look good, though. But I don't know when you sold those things. All that I can share with you is that, because if we go take a look at my black background charts, we don't have any levels of, I don't have anything to base a trade on. The weekly time frame out here, I can just share with you that price is moving back towards that TD setup 9 count, that support level out there. That was a price point of 28.93. So I don't even see it here. In short, yeah, the answer is, look, anticipate higher price, and from there make your decision. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. That was GLW. Corny. They do make beautiful glass. There's no doubt about it. I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage of TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools, as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 346, S&P 38 points out here. So let's go to our next question. This coming in from VMware. Good afternoon, Steve. Please share your thoughts to buy LABU. Appreciate your help. I appreciate you writing in. And so now here's the problem in making your decision about, and this is, by the way, this is the S&P Biotech Bull 3X out here. I always find it difficult to provide accurate, good information about an instrument based upon its leveraged ETF, a triple or a double out here. And I apologize, I don't recall the symbol for the actual S&P Biotech Bull, just the S&P Biotech. It's not bull or bear, just the 1X out there. But here's what I can share with you right now about LABU, and that is that price below the daily, the weekly, and the monthly set of profiles out there. And says, I know that that's not a good thing, but here's what I am going to do, because you can do this too, and that is on my other set of charts. I'm just simply going to put up the IBB. In the case of the IBB, I don't see any reason for you to step into a long position here. What I can see here in the IBB is that price is right now tinkering with the swing point from April 19th. That was at 102.82. We're at 102.87. I don't know where it will close, but there's still at this stage what looks like an A to B equals CD to the downside. I would maintain that thought process unless we were to see price, the IBB, close over 104.58. That's Stevie's red line. So more likely the IBB is headed to 96.79. Will the IBB bottom at the same time the S&P 500 biotech? Because this is the NASDAQ biotech. Probably, but this looks like to me that it wants lower price as I take a look at it. So no, so that could be 96.70, and that's the one-to-one, but I'm not saying that's where price is going to stop. We have to, if our assumption is correct, this is going to continue to move lower. We have to look at price and the candle formations and patterns when price gets down towards that area before we would be able to make that call. Now, that's what the daily time frame shows. The weekly time frame chart out here sat. There's nothing to suggest to you or I that there's a bottom inside of IBB on the weekly basis, and there is nothing on the monthly basis. If anything, the monthly says the buyout here is right here at the February 2017 low. That's been tested. That was at TD setup line. That is at the 92.45 area. You're at 102. Out there, so another 10 buckaroonies to the downside. Whether it gets down there or not, I don't know, but I don't see a buy point pattern as we speak right now. So keep watching, and hope that helps in your question out there. NA, that's a Nicholas. Nicholas writes in, or Nicolaj. So I mispronounced that. My apology. Can you look on Dow, look at the Dow on a 60-minute time frame and tell me where you see support and resistance? I most certainly can. So let's go take a look at the Dow. Let's pull over our Dow chart out here. And in this Dow chart, support is going to be 25,460, give or take. That's the top of the current profile out here. The Dow equity futures contract looks like it's going to form a TD setup 9 count. We're in a bar 9 as we speak. That top would be resistance is going to be the solid green line. The solid green line, that price point is 25,706. Now, here's the deal for you bears and bulls, because we want to be watching. This is a 60-minute chart. This is different than the 30-minute time frame charts that you and I looked at out here. In the case of the Dow equity futures contract, which is what NA is trading out here. Now, you asked me about 60-minute chart on the Dow. You know it's going to be the Dow equity futures contract that we're looking at, right? Yes. That's what we're looking at. And we have to look at that because it generates all these signals for us. For example, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom panel out here. This formed last night by looking at the Dow Equity Futures contract on an hourly basis. This confirmed at 2,100 hours out there. Prices moved lower, doing less relative energy, little doji candle, but it was that bullish engulfing that closed above Stevie's red line that gave you, if you were short, it said, I think maybe I should close those out. Go get some shut-eye and come back and take a look at the chart patterns, or maybe even reverse course and take that trade to the upside. So what you're watching for now is that green solid line. The 9 count, I don't know if it's going to stop just short of it. It could. And if it does and price turns lower, remember this was a breakdown area. This was a breakdown area. I won't say it again, although it was a breakdown area out here. And so watch that. And then if there is a move lower, you now have support, that 25,460 level. So, Nick, apologize for butchering the name the first time around, but hope that helps you out with regard to the 60-minute time frame chart for the Dow. Let's go to Miami. One of my favorite cities out there, and speak with Dan. Dan, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding. How are you?
Good, Steve. How you doing? Have been watching the dollar and the gold contract. I was wondering, it looks to me like the daily dollar DX contract may have put in a nice reversal candle today. If that's the case, I think maybe gold is going to sell off. What do you think?
Well, I think, Dan, that it would behoove you to not just take a look at the price of gold in dollars, but also in all the major currencies out here, and that being the euro, the yen, and the pound. Yes, the U.S. dollar index is made up of those 3 currency pairs, as well as the Swiss franc, the Swedish krona, and the Canadian loonie out there. But these are reserve currencies, and so it's really important to watch that to see if everything is trading in the same direction. So, for example, if you're a gold trader in pounds, and we know, Dan, that there are gold traders in pounds, right? If you're living in London, you're really not thinking in terms of U.S. dollars. You want to see that commodity moving higher in your currency. So you see, if you look at how gold is trading, this commodity is trading these other currencies, then you know what the other traders on different sides of the pond, how they're looking at things. So in order for gold to continue to move higher or lower, you want to see that moving higher or lower in all major currencies, so that all traders are saying, hey, I'm buying this. Now, back to your question here, gold priced in dollars. It broke through a consolidation yesterday, and today's pullback thus far is nothing more than trying to come back and test the breakout of that consolidation. The consolidation I've got is around the 1290 level, but in the case of gold, it has both a weekly bottom of its box at 1294 and a top of its monthly box at 1293. So price has really pulled back to a level of support today. So what's it doing in the other currencies? Well, if you're a trader of gold in euros, you're seeing it also pull back a bit, sideways in terms of yen and sideways in terms of pound sterling. You called to ask about the dollar. But is it really gold? I know I've just spent a bunch of time here on gold. Is it really gold that you're interested in, or is it the U.S. dollar index?
And a gold contract.
What's that?
It's a gold contract.
Gold
obviously.
contract.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I've
So
seen your chart. Yeah, I saw the show yesterday of the chart, the 4 currencies.
yeah.
I'm just wondering if there's a more sizable retracement, you know.
Well, here's what gold did. So, the cool thing, Dan, we're just about to go to a break. Would you be kind enough to hold on?
Sure.
Okay. We'll go back to Dan in Miami. And if it was past 6 o'clock at night, Dan and I would be at Azabu at the Stanton and the Marriott having an amazing sushi meal.
If you're in the CD market and looking for a secure investment, the Tiger First Mortgage Program may work for you. The security for these first mortgages are building lots in the Tax Opportunity Zone in St. Petersburg, Florida. The Tax Act of 2018 set up tax-free zones across the country where you can build and hold for 10 years and pay no tax on the profits, which makes these lots valuable. The investment is anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000. The interest paid is 7% yearly, paid on a monthly basis. According to Bankrate.com, the best rate for a 4-year CD in the country as of February 20th is 3.1%. A $50,000 investment at a normal 4-year CD rate of 3.1% would give you income of $1,550 per year or $6,200 over the 4-year period. That same $50,000 investment in the Tiger First Mortgage Program would give you $3,500 per year or $14,000 over the 4 years. Which would you prefer, $6,200 or $14,000 of interest on your investment? If you would like more information about the Tiger First Mortgage Program, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We're on the line with Dan in Miami. Dan, do you like Japanese food?
No, not really.
All right, so then I guess we're not going to catch up with each other. At the Den, they've got a place that's called the Den at Azabu down in Miami Beach. We've got our own den here in the Tigers Den. But hey, let's get back to gold here. So are you already into trade? Are you looking to get into trade? Give me a feel for what you're doing, then I'll do my, share my...
I pulled the trigger last night. It would have worked out. It would have given me about 5-6 points. But I'm looking at your chart there. Your 4 currency chart there. The dollar looks like it just barely broke the downtrend line. It's backed up a little. And the yen looks like it's barely budging. It's doing it from yesterday. I don't know if it's today, but.
Well, let me give you the bigger.
Short or a better long, or just plain weight on it.
Yeah, so here, let me, since you're just waiting, let me give you this chart here. So I believe that gold is put in the bottom, and you'll see why. Here's the weekly time frame chart. The weekly time frame chart a few weeks ago, if you're watching this on Tiger TV, or which I know you are, we can see that this had formed a Tom DeMark setup 9 count. It was actually the bar following bar 9 that is the low out here, and this suggests that there is a bottom. You will also see that price is trading at 1295.70. My red line, it happens to be green here, is at 1295.70. It says we're really at a place where, is it going to break out or not? If at the end of the week you see a close above that level, that was another signal that we had a bottom a few days ago out here. If this is where price gets pushed back, in essence on a weekly basis, then it says be more patient. Even though we have a bottom signal here, maybe there's a better buy out there. But a close above that would be, from a weekly standpoint, what you would be looking for to confirm that gold has, in fact, broken out. If I look at the daily time frame chart out here, what we can see is that it formed its low with letter number G, what we call wave number 7. That oftentimes can be a sign of a bottom. So we've got a nice bottom signal. We have a break of that trend line as well that you were referring to in both the daily and the weekly. If you were just simply trying to begin a position or what have you, I would say even if price may pull back a bit further, you have reason to take a look at where gold is pulled back to in U.S. dollars based upon its profiles to enter. You're sitting right on the cusp on that weekly chart out there. And on the 5-hour time frame chart, prices move back and is sitting right on its green line as well. It's kind of like we're at this moment of decision or indecision, so to speak. Now you can wait to see if price continues lower. If it does, and you know some of these areas have failed to contain that should or could support gold have failed, and then that there would be a further pullback out there. You know, where's that further pullback? I think you've got to watch to see if price stays out of the consolidation, which is about 1290 out there. So that's what I see when I take a look at gold right now. Does that help answer your question or give you more questions?
Yeah, I'm more in the possible rally camp myself a little bit, but it seems to change daily. It's kind of in limbo right now, so maybe it's...
Well, I tell you, the gold contract was just moving sideways and wasn't really a whole lot of interest until yesterday. Was there all of a sudden a rush to, the so-called flight to quality to gold?
I agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big one-day
But
wonder.
look, you've got bottom signals on the daily. You have bottom signals on the weekly. It's clear, and prices pulled back in essence to support on a 5-hour time frame chart. It's kind of hanging at resistance on the weekly. It's all the reasons to go ahead and get in, but I give you the reasons to sit back and wait and see what it does. See if it continues to pull back, and if it doesn't pull back, then you know in fact this was the entry point. But you can enter for a few bucks higher.
Yeah.
Alrighty?
Well, that makes sense. Okay, well, I appreciate it. Thank you.
I mean, if you're looking for a long-term position, I'd start scaling in. Okay.
Yeah, that's possible. I might. Thank you.
Okay, you bet. Thanks for calling. That was Dan in Miami, and that was Goldilocks. Mike K asked if we could go take a look at silver, so let's go do that. No more questions on the email lines out here. So, Mike, let's go take a look at silver. And how do we want to do that? Let's look at the shorter. Let's look at the profiles themselves with the 60, the 120, 240, and the daily and the weekly out here. Now we're looking at the daily chart here, Mike, on the right-hand side. And Mike, what this did is you've got a brand new profile today. So we've seen silver trading sideways. I think you are of the opinion that this is going to pop soon. All right. So if this is going to pop soon, and let me try to get my other charts up too. While you look at this, you can see where support is at 1471. You can see where resistance is at 1491. So the pop soon, Mike, you'd get that confirmation if you see it close above the top of that daily profile out here. Yeah, I don't have the July contract in my other system here just yet, so I'm going to turn on the continuous contract. I'm interested. So the benefit here, Mike, you've got, and I'm sure you picked up on this clearly, was that there was a lower low back here on May 2nd, and yesterday's move lower did not take that out. So that's a little bit of a short-term positive. You've got the new profile. It formed below the prior profile. That's really not a good thing. But if price can close above 1492, we'll call it then, okay, not so bad out there. Right now trading at 1479. I don't have any other patterns on my other charts other than this weekly one, Mike. If we take a look at the weekly one, you'll see that price is pulling back to its breakout level. He's formed that nice bottom out there, the Rhodes momentum indicator signal pattern. And so price maybe before it really breaks out to the upside. See, there was a hammer candle 2 weeks ago. So that should hold as support. But if that fails, where price is going to pull back to is the low from December 7th, and that low is 1428. And it's below the weekly. It's below the weekly Stevie red line as well out there. So I don't have the same warm, fuzzy feeling that you have about silver right here. And the reasons are a new profile that formed today. Below the profile, We're still, it's trading with inside that box out here, and I don't see that confirmation just yet. I don't see that confirmation just yet out here, and so that's my take on silver. I don't know why silver's acting differently, but it is. It's a different commodity, right? Used for different things than gold out there. So I hope that helps you with regard to what it is that I see when I take a look at silver. No other questions that are in. We've got about 20 seconds, so let's take a peek out here. Back to the ES Mini. Let's go take a look at that 30-minute time frame chart. You can see price running right up into that breakdown level. That's the green line out there. That's where prices had broke down using that setup 9 count on the 30-minute time frame. This bar looks like it's going to be bar number 8 of a 9 count. So there's still you expect and anticipate. If you get to resistance, it's like doing curls, and you do 20 curls, with 200 pounds. Who does that? But if you were, you got to figure the 21st curl is probably going to be pretty tough. Pretty tough. Just run into resistance. And if you could do that, maybe you can do 25 or 30. ES Mini breaks above resistance. It's going to do 25 or 30 curls out there with 200 pounds on the.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. No matter what kind of trader you are, 2018 is a great time to try out a subscription to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report. Whether you just plan on diversifying your portfolio with some exposure to gold and gold mining equities, or you're a gold bull that sees 2018 as the year of commodities, now is a great time to sign up for the Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his Gold Report every Monday morning before the market opens and covers a variety of topics including gold, silver, platinum, copper, the XAU and HUI, the dollar, bonds, South African rand, as well as more than 20 of the most actively traded mining equities. Start your 2018 off with a bang and sign up for the Gold Report today. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. For all the details and to start your subscription right now, visit the front page of TFNN.com and you'll find the Gold Report under Investment Newsletters.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated folic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
This is David White. Stay tuned because coming up next is the Power Trading Hour right here on TFNN.
Welcome back back, folks. So our last two questions. One coming from the den. John writes in, says, I have no interest in shorting just yet, but what higher price do you see as a low-risk spot to try to short? And that is the ES Mini out here. John, that answer is really easy. That level is going to be 28.58. 28.58 and you're 28.52. So you're in that range, basically. 28.58 is the bottom of the weekly box out here. If price is going to stop its advance, it should be in that general vicinity, 28.58. If we take a look at the 30-minute time frame chart for the ES Mini, we now are in wave number F, letter F out there, and we are in what looks like bar number 8 of that TD setup 9 count. We can also see two green lines. That secondary, the higher green line, is also at 28.58. So maybe you're going to get wave number 7, letter G, like we did at the bottom. And maybe you're also going to get a TD setup 9 count, just as price, in essence, is at or approaching that area. What I would also say is if that does not contain price, you got to give it a couple of ticks out there, at least 8 ticks, 2 points, something like that. Then prices, then the chart patterns are saying I want higher price out there. So you're really very close to it. And you've got the different patterns that appear to be setting up right at resistance out there. And so I hope that helps you out. Last question coming in from Top Dog. Top Dog wants to go take a look at Diamond Offshore. In Diamond Offshore, the question is looking for a long position. And the question is, well, where is that spot? Hot Dog, here's what I'm going to say. 979. You need to see a close above 979. That's the top of the daily profile out there. If you get that, then what you're looking at is likely a change in trend. Price right now at the 957 level is trading right into its red line. That's the oscillator on change line. But even if price closes just above that, I don't see any other bottoming pattern. So without a bottoming pattern, we need to see resistance get taken out. And for you, and for me, and for everybody who wants to get long Diamond Offshore, that number is going to be 979. Thanks so much for being here, folks. Stay tuned. Your favorite polar bear is up next. After that, Tom O'Brien. I'll be back with you.